Hello everyone, my name is Lanzo90 and welcome to Let's Play Tropico 5. We're just going to do a sandbox game because I've already played the campaign all the way through, and I somewhat talked about it in my review video. But this game is pretty fun, so I wanted to see what the sandbox mode is like. I haven't tried it at all. This is my dynasty. It's interesting, you can play your dynasty from the campaign, and in the sandbox mode apparently. Looks like this one at the top is the highest. I don't know why it made me make different saves of it. Occasionally while I was playing the campaign, it would say something happened and you have to save your dynasty again. And I guess that's what happened when I did that. Not really sure why it just didn't overwrite, but oh well. We'll select them because it'll make things easier. Okay, I was about to say we can't get a look at a map. Let's see, this one was not in the campaign. This one was. This one was. This one was. This one was. This one was not. This one was not. Oh, there's a second page? Oh, there's a lot more islands than I thought there was. I was kind of worried for a minute since the campaign just jumps back and forth between 4 different islands. I was thinking that would be all of them, but no, there's quite a bit here. And I do like how some of these islands look. They look really pretty. I think we're just going to auto-generate a map, because I just kind of like to see... Ooh, that's a big map. I wonder where you start at on that map. It looks like on the very far side. We'll probably try these in different... Maybe I'll make more than one series on this game. But for now, I think I want to just do a generated map, because I like to see what different games random island generators, or random map generators create. Island size, I have a really good computer, so I can probably handle large, or huge even. We'll just do large, though, because I'm just concerned that there won't be any water or anything if I make it too big. Elevation, hills, flat, mountains. Hills is good, I think. Resources adequate. I'll make it rich. That's not to make things easier, it's just that I'm concerned that maybe it won't spawn anything that we'll need. Climate, normal. Don't know exactly what climate would change, but there didn't seem to be any difference between the climate and the game. Other than maybe what the trees looked like, but confirm settings. Colonial era, that's fine, that's the starting point. I can't really remember what the campaign starts you with. I guess since it just starts with 50. This is not enough though, this should be 20,000. I'm trying to get it closer to what each campaign mission started me with, since that seems would be the most fair. I'm going to set these to medium. I actually played them on low on the campaign, but once I figured stuff out, it was actually got too easy, so. Disasters, we're going to switch those to rare, because I watched some people playing it with them not being rare, and they happen all the time. And natural disasters aren't that common. Victory points, money, construction. So if we don't check any of these, we'll just play for as long as we want. Which I guess that's fair. Sometimes if you get your base set up just right, you'll just get so much money that's ridiculous. So my money limit would be kind of funny. Construction. Yeah, again, it'll be pretty quick to get to any of those, so we'll just do it indefinitely, and I'll just quit once it looks like I can't get this island to be any better. Start game. Of course, I have the sounds music muted because I guess there's copyright issues on YouTube. That's what I've heard. I have the sounds turned down quite a bit because a few particular sound files are really annoying. Some are nice, but then there's a few that are just like the cathedral is extremely loud when you click on it. And I also have the advisor voices turned down because some of the voice acting is good, some of it's bad.
Greetings, old chap. Have I got a deal for you today? As Crown Representative, I can offer you your very own trading license.
I should probably just turn it off all the way. He's one of the better voice actors, but I want to be able to talk to you guys. We're just gonna do the silver package. All it does is that gives us different trading options at the trade port here. I'll make that road like that. And let's go to the options real quick and fix the volume. I'm sorry that that's gonna sound so dull. No, I can't do it with this recording software. I was gonna say I would put in music separately to go along with this, but that's only with open broadcast software. For me to do it with Fraps, it would take a lot more work. Needs a new underwater palace. We need to build one cocoa plantation. That's fine. We need to set up some cash crops anyway. Should probably pause and take a look around our island first, though. So it just kind of just generated a big round blob. So maybe I should have picked one of the pre-built maps because this one looks kind of boring. Very boring, in fact. It's nowhere near as nice as the pre-made maps. And is there no mines next to me? There's a bunch in the center. It's pretty far. Oh, if I look on this map here, it looks the mini map. These are not close. Nowhere near close enough to me. These three aren't too bad. I can't build over this hill here, though. I have to go around up here. It kind of depends on what they are, but since I can't look at them until we explore, it's kind of an issue. You know what? Since this map looks pretty ugly, and I wasn't aware it looked this bad. Let's just exit and let's pick one of the pre-made maps. Have I played that one? No. Huh, that's interesting. This one you have to like wrap around to build. Tortuga could be interesting. A lot more maps than I thought there would be, so that's cool. We'll just try this one. Everything else is the same. Let's start. But yeah, with that last map, that kind of proves my point about the reason why I cranked up the settings, the chances for minerals to spawn. Why I cranked that up so much is I was worried there wouldn't be anything next to us. And even though I did it, there still wasn't any. But it looks like this time we got quite a bit. Bauxite, that is basically aluminum. Coal, iron. Yeah, that's everything we need close to us. So pre-made maps are the way to go. It's all sorts of interesting terrain. You can tell it looks a lot prettier. So that's pretty cool. Got a rock out here. Alright. Oops. Silver package. Build one cattle ranch. It's fine. Ranches are pretty cheap. First, I want to add in some roads. One thing that I was realizing as I played the campaign is having a good setup for your roads is actually pretty important. Like, you always want them to be in exactly straight lines, because if they're curved, it makes it super hard to place buildings. It doesn't seem like it would, but it really does. So anyway, we gotta have good roads. And they're pretty cheap to build anyway, so. Okay, but let's build this cattle ranch. This grid that popped up, the more green the squares are, the better it is for placing the item. And we kind of want to put food far away from the center of town. This is kind of where I'm going to build my town center. It's going to be mostly housing and then the public service buildings in the center. And then on the outskirts is where we'll build our farms and stuff. So let's actually build more roads, just so those are important. Shockingly important. I was very surprised how important they are. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just something that we always have to keep in mind. Okay. Cattle farm. Thinking I'll just place it over here. It's pretty much centered. People are already living close to it, so that's good. What kind of trading offers do we have? Fish, corn. I never really do anything with the agricultural exports. I just like to keep my food for myself. That way I know my people won't starve. Tobacco and cotton. We can do those soon. A problem I always had with the trading thing is every time I get something built to trade, the trade offers changes to something else. So we pretty much just have to build every cash crop and hope that one of them will be... Why is it wanting to curve? One of them will be acceptable. So let's see, it was cotton and sugar, or was it cotton and tobacco? Oh, great, of course the place I was going to put them isn't good for it. Ooh, tobacco grows good here. Sugar. Sugar does okay up there too. This one won't actually, you know what? So let's fix this road a little bit. Or this way. This way we don't sacrifice. It's not exactly where I want to build the road at. That's kind of a bit of an issue too, is you can't always make a road sprout off exactly where you want it to. Fine, I guess we'll have this little strip here that isn't correct. What kind of farm is this one? Corn? That's fine, that'll feed our people. These will be our first two things we're gonna trade. This is the construction office. It sends out the people to build things. And this is the Teamster's office. They go and transport materials around to the dock and to the houses and everything. Should we increase their budget this early? Might as well. It's not super expensive, and they are very important. Oops, we're not. Oh yeah, we need a library first. We should get that built too. 5,000. The thing that we need to keep in mind with our government buildings is doesn't really matter where they're placed. They can be anywhere, unless they need power or something, but that doesn't come into effect like way later. So ideally, we want to put them where we're not going to put houses, and where, oh yeah, and where we're not going to put farms. So this area back here isn't the best. You're gonna, I think right behind our palace is a good spot to put these kind of buildings. Will 2 fit here? There's no grid. There is a grid, but we can't see it. I think 2 can fit here. We're gonna build 2 libraries at first. Not right now, but we'll eventually build 2 before the colonial era is out. Okay, since we built our cattle farm, we're getting a prize. We still have a decent amount of time, so I'm going to do the treasury gift, I think. So this bank account lets us upgrade our characters, and my characters are already pretty high level, so we don't need that. Additional mandate extension just lets you play in the colonial era for longer, but we already got one just for completing it. This is like a bonus gift here. Fresh colonists. Until I start seeing a shortage of citizens, I'm not going to worry about that. So, treasury is the best. Ooh, cocoa. That's really expensive. Let's build a cocoa plantation. I do like this island layout. It's very big, very spacious. A lot of the campaign maps didn't have these raised terrain areas. They weren't. I think there's only one that actually had it, and it was like really far away, so I couldn't really get to it. But there's a few buildings that get a bonus for being placed higher up, so that'll be neat to be able to use those for once. Build a library. We're already working on that, so you can always pause it to read that text if you want. It's not very important what they're saying. Some of the lines are pretty funny, but I've already read them all. And if I was to stop and just read them, we might as well just turn their voices on. But that will take up time. Time is not of abundance. At least there's some ambient noises going on, so there's still some stuff to listen to. I don't know why they made the decision to have like third-party music for their game. You think the game developers would specifically check to make sure that's okay, because the more people who can do Let's Plays and stuff, the more popularity they're gonna get. Just kind of clicking through the buildings to see how many people there are. For the most part, there's still enough people. Okay, let's accept this offer even though our cocoa farm isn't done yet. Just because I think if we accept it, there isn't exactly a fee for not filling the demand. So we can just wait till the cocoa farm is done. Let's time accelerate for a little bit. Oh, excuse me. So the library needs college-educated people. We can invite a foreign worker to fill the slot for now. We will eventually get colleges and stuff built. And we will eventually get some rewards that will bring in some educated people as well. On Cocoa Farm. There we go. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn down the budget for these two cash crops. Increase it for this one so that the people will automatically go over to this job. Sickle mines ranch upgrades. We don't need it right now, but sometime soon I'm going to build another Teamster and construction office down here. Just because near the docks is a good place to have some. Also need to build our military buildings down here as well. You know what? There's actually a chance we're going to get attacked by pirates, so we should build... No, we don't. We don't have the trigger yet, so we can't build an additional military squad yet. Guard towers actually aren't very effective. I don't know why they're so ineffective, but they are not. Crown sent us some money. Okay, we should build some new stuff. Oh, we got a mission. Export 3,000 meat. Your mandate will be extended by 6 months. Okay. Now, when we get missions like this, and this wasn't really clear when I was playing the campaign, it didn't really explain it. We don't have to specifically put in a trade order to sell meat or something to fill this. Like, we will also get ships that just come in and take goods, whatever we have surplus, and that will fulfill that demand. So what we should do is build some more ranches. Cattle ranch is really good because they produce both milk and meat. This isn't going to produce meat. The ranches are extremely cheap, so I'm just going to build more. Even though we don't really need them. The more different types of food and stuff we cover, the more of a chance that when we accept a mission, we'll be able to just have it already done and ready to go. There's pigs, goats, okay, that's just more milk and more meat. Cows are nice because they produce both, like I said. I think that the pigs, or these are the goats produce more milk than the cows do, and the pigs produce more meat than the cows do. But they don't produce both at the same time, so. We don't have to worry about our popularity weighting right now. It's at 30%, but that's fine. We need to get to 50% before the before this runs out. The time runs out. Research to trigger revolutionary support. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit because we have some other research we need to do first. Actually going to remove cowboys from this. We only have to have 2 research from each tier to progress to the next tier. and I don't really upgrade the farms until very late game. We do have a lot of money right now. We should probably do something with it. Oh, logging camps. We'll see that for some reason, like, there's like nowhere good to put it. I'm not really sure why, because there's like a lot of trees over here, but it's still like not the best. But I'm not exactly sure why that is, but I'll just place it here. Unfortunately, they're not very efficient in this first time period. Oops, that's another logging camp. Oh, I don't have lumber mill yet. Not very efficient in this first time period, but in the next time period, the World Wars era. Oh no, it might be Cold War era. I don't know. It's one of those two. You can toggle it to reforest the area, and it'll work for a much longer amount of time since they're replanting the trees. You actually get your money from these boats coming in before the pop-up comes up, so that's why our money kind of jumped up before the ship was even there. I don't have to worry about housing. Don't really need the tavern right now, but probably should put it up. Oh, the grocer. We need a grocer. Where should I put it, though? Near the middle. Say here. The tavern. If I can find it. Some of these... There it is. Some of those tabs are like very similar to other tabs, and it confuses me. These two I don't mind placing down. Well, the grocer... the grocer's gonna cost us. But the tavern's gonna generate income. So I don't mind to put it down. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Tropico, and this is pretty much my first Tropico game I've played, I messed around with 4 just a little bit, but not very much. But basically you're playing a socialist country, and you can kind of do a sliding scale of how capitalist or communist you want to be. But at the start, it's pretty much full communism. So the food at the market is free, and healthcare is free until you change it in edicts, but can't do that yet. Oh, actually, we can change some. We can make them so they have to pay their food. We can make them have extra food to eat, which I usually do once I need their support. But we have options. I usually just leave it free until we start having budget problems, but we're doing okay. For once, I actually know what I'm doing at the start of a round, so I kind of want to build a second dock, actually, while we're ahead. I usually just build them side by side, even though it's kind of silly. They're not always easy to place, though. Place one here. Might be easier to just place one like here, though. I wish you could do like fine-tune adjustments between like these two directions. Are both very harsh. I wish I could do something in between those. Closer to the shore is better, just so we have more room to build. I don't have the trigger yet. So to help them find the best food in the Empire, the king has organized a royal cook-off. Food export prices. We're not exporting food, we're exporting a trade good. Mandate extension. Revolutionary support. Actually do a mandate extension this time. Like I said, I don't really trade my food other than just whatever gets picked up. But that's like extra food. That's not food we're using. Yeah, I wish I could build a military fort. I want one. Could build the lighthouse. It's a little bit expensive though. Oh, I should build. We won't build the second library yet. Catholic mission seems like a good idea. Except I think this needs educated workers as well. We'll plop it down here. When I first tried to play the game, I can't look at it yet because we don't have the Constitution unlocked. But you can select a atheist state. And I was gonna try to do that, but let's actually take a look at it. Go to our happiness. You can see our different scores. So even though if you select the atheist state, this still counts as 0, even though it's supposed to push religious people out of the country. But it's very critical to keep people happy to have all of those things in place. So it's only a 10% science boost for it to be an atheist state. So I was like, yeah, just forget it. Okay. Okay, we get a bonus for researching this, and then we also want the lumber mill. I'm actually being stupid. We can actually put these are our family members, the ones that have like a flag for a face. They'll give big bonuses to building effectiveness and stuff. I'll put our union leader here. I still haven't figured out what's the best to put in what buildings. Supervisor. I don't really need one in the palace until we get a general. No, I can't research the death squad yet. Tavern. Do we have someone who has a green thumb? No. Someone who increases the wealth of the workers, which I think makes them happier. Tycoon and inventor. Right now, it doesn't matter too much where we put our managers at. Oh, we got our second dock. But once we research communism and we select the planned economy, we can everyone who has a manager, every building that has a manager, will get plus 10 to this number here, the job quality thing. Which really helps out. Timer's running out. We need to declare independence soon. Build another tavern, more revolutionary support. I guess it's fine. The tavern's already making money. And it's already full as well. So, sure. Just keep it close to the population center. This time we're going to do the import educated citizens. Okay, now we can build a military fort. That's what I've been waiting for. Ooh, it's expensive. Should I buy it now or should I wait? We should build it now. I think there's a chance pirates will attack us. We need it near the shore, but not in the way. Is that good? It's not really an ideal place to put it, because if I put it over here, it's going to chop down the trees, which will make the tavern work less well. Can't place it anywhere there? It's kind of strange. Okay, we'll just place it here. I will probably just get rid of this building in the next era. Once we reach the World Wars era, we get barracks. We can build barracks instead, and they're really, really small, and they provide more infantry. I don't know why. I don't even know why the fort's a thing, really, other than to protect you during this era. I thought I increased your wages, but I guess I didn't. How fast is the research getting done? 4 months. We will build that second library now. I found that 2 libraries is a really good rate of science to have at the beginning. Like, you could get research cranked out really quickly. And then as soon as you can build them, the observatories are the best research thing in the game. It's just saying we should send our dynasty member to a place, but I don't have the money. To a college, that is. Oops, I went away over time. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and have a good day.